Let's run through how to calibrate tilt sensors with the iDig touch system. First thing you want to do is pair your two mini sensors. Make sure you have the right bucket selected. So you just go to there, make sure you have the right one selected before you start the process. We're going to go settings, system settings, tilt functionality, and we're going to calibrate the tilt bucket so that when you switch buckets in the iDig, it turns off your tilt sensors and it doesn't screw up your other bucket calibrations. They're just telling you need a spirit level and a tape measure. I don't have an actual tilt bucket. I just have this on the trolley, but I can walk you through the steps and explain what's going on and what you got to do. It does explain things on here on the bottom too a little bit. But what you're looking to do here is, see how it says please move? First thing you want to do is tilt your bucket left and right, scoop it in and out. Pretty much it's just looking for the sensors to move a bit. And now you can see it says unstable and it'll settle out. But what you want to do is that, and then you want to level your tilt pin first. So you scoop the bucket in or out in order to get this tilt pin level horizontally, just like it shows on the screen here. And then tilt your bucket left and right to get the blade of your bucket level, or the teeth of your bucket. Once you do that, if you haven't already gotten the measurement, you're going to measure from your tilt pin to your bucket pin, center of each. It's easier to do that when everything's leveled up because it's kind of square. So you're just measuring the height difference between these two pins. It is an important measurement, so try to be as accurate as possible. But once you get it all leveled up, then you hit next. And literally the next step is all you do is you just scoop the bucket in about 45 degrees. And after you do that, then you level it again. So it shows you please move. So I'm just gonna lean those up a little bit. Now it says unstable, settles out, finishes the animation here, and then it'll let me do next. So again, tilt it in about 45 degrees or so. Make sure your blade is level. You may have to tilt it left or right again to get that level. Then you hit next. And now it's going to look for the measurement that I was talking about before, which again is just the distance between the center of your tilt pin and your bucket pin. I didn't measure that, so I can't measure it. So I'm just going to put in a random number, 1, kind of force it through. Bucket width, as long as you have the right bucket, you shouldn't have to change that. And that's it. You're done. Now to check your calibration, what I normally do is I will tilt my bucket all the way one way, get it on a point, zero out the iDig so that I have no elevation, that's my grade. And then I'll just tilt the bucket the other way, put it back on that same point, and make sure I'm 0. So 0 would obviously be perfect, but even if you're off 3/100ths or so, that's fine because you're not going to be grading with the tip of your bucket like that or the corner of your bucket like that. Normally you're going to be flat, so your accuracy isn't as bad. But yeah, that should be it. And now you have this guy right here, which is pretty much just showing you where your tilt is in accordance to the machine too. And you see that the bucket's kind of reflecting a little bit. There you go. It'll show like that on the screen. To turn on these LED bars on the bottom, tap kind of towards the top of the bucket right there. You see how it says 0%. Now as I tilt my bucket, it'll show me how close I am to level. And it'll turn the LED bars on the bottom too. So now you can use either the LED bars to get your bucket level or flat with your grade. Every time you turn the iDig on, it's going to be off, so you do have to tap the bucket every time. But now when you switch to another bucket, so your regular bucket that doesn't have tilt, once you select that, that turns off, so you're not using your tilt sensors anymore.